This is a presentation of the Sports Source Digital Network, presented by Hearthside Bank.
Do you buy season tickets at Tennessee? What about single game tickets at Tennessee? What do you think about a price increase? Let's discuss that here on the Sports Source Digital Network. I'm John Pennington, joined by Ryan Callahan, joined by Bob Hodge. And folks, this week Tennessee announced that their season tickets next year for 2026 will be going up 4%. All right, a modest 4% is what they put in their email to their season ticket buyers. And I had more than one that mentioned the modest thing to me. Mm-hmm. That stood out. Just say 4%. Don't tell us modest. But anyway, it was met with a little bit of pushback. Now, we learned last year that Tennessee was adding 10% to everything as a talent fee. So if it's 10% on what you paid last year, I'm guessing that's going to be like a stair step every year with the 10% every time you add. So 4% on top this year, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Bob Hodge, you are a season ticket holder. Your thoughts? 4% here, 10% here. A man of your means, what do you care?
Yes, a man of my means, what do you care? I take ticket increases in conjunction with what I pay inside the stadium if I want a snack. And 4% this year is like 10% last year. Okay, you absorb that a little bit. But at some point in time, the entire experience, from paying to park to paying for food to buying your ticket, you're at the point now, I think people are priced out. There are people who, the average income in the state of Tennessee or in East Tennessee for a family of four is $48,000. Yep. If you've got that, how many hundreds do you have to buy one ticket, let alone if you're that family of four tickets? So, yes, I think it hits a point where it does price people out, and you're getting close, if not there.
If you were losing, you'd be seeing it. Yep. See, that's the thing. Right now, when you're winning, if somebody drops off, there'll be somebody else ready to take it.
It was packed for Kent State last year.
Yes, and compare that to Josh Heupel's first year, and people like to say, "Oh no, we were supporting." No,
21,000 empty seats for the Pitt game.
Oh, there were, and that's sales.
Unsold,
there were actually about 50,000 empty seats for some of those games early on.
Yes.
The lower game,
Akron or whoever.
Yeah, it's like you're looking at it, and it's pretty clear. It's a half-empty stadium, so you got some of that stuff. In terms of Go Vols 24/7, where Ryan works, you've got a message board. What's been the reaction?
There's some pushback for sure. We haven't seen quite as much of it, but I've picked up on it on obviously on social media and everywhere else. There's a lot of people upset about this one. I think the timing of it didn't do them any favors because it comes right on the heels of the Adidas announcement.
Correct.
I think a lot of people look at this as a money-hungry athletic department. Like, how much do you need? How much is enough? When I think the reality is this is a totally separate discussion from the Adidas thing. I think this is partly just supply and demand, unfortunately. It's if you're an athletic director and you're not pushing ticket prices when you supposedly have a wait list of 20,000 or whatever for season tickets, you're probably not doing your job on some level. But to your point, you're pricing out some fans in the process. Will they come back if prices drop or if tickets become more difficult to sell? Will those fans come back in the future? That's the tough part. But right now, like you said, no problem selling the ones that come available.
Everybody's looking at an 8-4 team. A lot of people 9-3, 8-4. If this is a 7-5 football team, okay, that changes the dynamic of a modest 4% becomes you're charging me more for a product that is just average.
And you did see a lot of people on social media talk about the fact it's not only the Adidas deal, but it wasn't long ago you announced the Food City deal.
Yep.
So you're getting $20 million here, you get $10 million a year
Pilots
there.
on the field now.
Exactly.
That's right, on the stadium. That's right. So they're seeing those, and to them, it is just one big pot. It's like, why are you still taking from the little guy?
The talent fee has obviously been thrown into this discussion.
Yeah. So let me ask you this one. Let's do this first. You also took a look. Tennessee sells single game tickets through Ticketmaster. What did you find there?
Yeah, on the day they went on sale, I was just curious to see what was available. Of course, I didn't even get in on the Georgia game. I was curious what those were going to be selling for. Didn't even find out before they were gone probably. Yep. Went to the Arkansas game next. There were tickets available in the upper level in the corner of the end zone. $194 a piece, and I think that included fees, but that is a pretty exorbitant price for a fairly average SEC game. So I think it's obviously dynamic pricing on Ticketmaster. They tend to do that. It changes pretty wildly depending on demand. So non-conference games, Vanderbilt game, much more reasonable prices. But for that game, mid-October, good weather, you assume, it was a costly ticket just to sit in the corner of the upper deck in the end zone. So that's not a great
actually
value.
better for the season ticket holder.
Probably,
Ticket
yeah,
holders
a lot better.
Yeah.
That's usually the way it is these days. But it's funny. I keep
Well, you got to
hearing.
have an incentive to get them to do it.
Yeah, it's funny though. Industry wide, it seems like Tennessee's prices are pretty in line with everybody else across the country and across the SEC. And I keep
They
hearing,
certainly said that.
Well,
They put that in the press release.
So I keep hearing though, people's spending on entertainment has gone down. I think post-COVID, people's spending on entertainment has gone up. I think concert tickets are way higher. All sporting events tickets are higher. I think this is fairly common throughout the industry, but Tennessee's getting a lot of blowback, and I get it. I mean, it's back-to-back years you're going up.
Yeah, and it's funny, whenever I don't often get a break, but when I get a break, I like to go to a major sporting event somewhere.
Yeah.
As someone who buys NFL, NBA, NHL tickets, or Major League tickets too, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Compared to some of those big market pro tickets.
Yep.
Those can be exorbitant. But my last question was going to be this. And I will say this for Danny White and that crew. They have improved the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you are paying more, but the product on the field is better. You are also getting the light show, the fireworks, all that stuff, which has come along with it through the help, if you get a shot of Ryan here, through the help of Bandit Lights,
Yeah.
who's done a lot of the lights.
This year, a drone show apparently coming.
Yeah, so they are making the experience better. Do you take that into account and it eases the pain a little bit, or no? There's just money's money.
You know, if you hadn't mentioned it, I would not have taken it into account.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
since
most
you
do.
did, yeah, because I have told you many times how much I love a night game now at Neyland Stadium.
Yep.
And it is all of the stuff that you talked about. Okay, football game's good, football team's good, but all of the stuff surrounding it, yes, it makes it an experience.
I agree with that. I think you hit the nail on the head without realizing it. I think it flies under the radar if you're not intentionally thinking about it. At the end of the day, it comes back to what you said: wins and losses. If you're winning enough games, you're going to keep selling tickets, and people can pay this price, and it's not a big deal. But it's kind of like your two choices are: take the price increases, but that's with a good product. And on the flip side, you don't have the good product, and nobody cares what the ticket price is at that point.
Nobody cares about your light show.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you're behind 35-0 to Alabama at halftime.
Yeah. So I still think people would rather
Browns
have
and
this
yeah.
overall because Danny White at least has this athletic department running on all cylinders.
All right, Ryan Callahan, Bob Hodge, thank you for watching the Sports Source Digital Network right here. Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Be sure to ring the bell to notify you when we post something. Hit the subscribe button. That helps other folks find us and know that somebody likes us. And then also, I want you to leave a comment. What are your thoughts on these season tickets going up, on single game tickets going up? Do you look at it and say, well, they're winning, look at the experience, or is it just, I'm tapped out? Tell us what you think, and we'll see you next time on the Sports Source Digital Network.